Hello there, darling, and welcome to the realm of B, where I will be delivering messages from different spirits to deliver right to you. So, if this has found you, it is no coincidence, only synchronicity at its finest. And you can click away or whatever, or you can stay and see what the fierce, lion-headed goddess Sekhmet has for you today. You may be drawn to carnelian, or may carry around an evil eye, wear it as a necklace, be really into dragons. That might be a thing for you. And if it is, those are all signs that you should stay. Also 555 and 1313, 414 and 303. Also 333 may be significant and kind of following you around in your life right now. And even if none of those fit, I mean, still, there might be a message in here for you. So stick with me. We're going to do a energy check and see what you got going on in your energy and how you can make certain things stop, because it seems like you're experiencing a lot in your mind. You're also working with issues surrounding your confidence and your self-worth. And maybe let's not call them issues. Maybe let's call them challenges, because maybe other people haven't built you up too much in your life. You seem to be the one building up other people all the time. And Sekhmet wants you to give that to you. Like, start building yourself up. Do some affirmations in the mirror and, just hype you up. Be your own biggest hype man. That was a side note, I guess. What else is going on in your energy? Your root is stabilizing. The foundation that you are building is going to be a great one. You probably just recently left a job or left an environment, like a home, maybe a space with a roommate or something like that. You also could have just recently left a job, and now you're sitting in this transitional period. And maybe some of you even just like lost a car. But here's the thing, right? I know it seems like there's a lot going on, but there are some things that you have asked the universe for. Even if you haven't said out loud, like, hey, universe, I want this to happen or that to happen. Maybe you've been praying. Maybe you just speak things that you want out loud, and that's manifesting. So things are going to just start happening, and the foundation that you had previously is pretty shaky. Even with like friends and maybe some family members. Some of them have just recently left, or you are separating yourself from people that you have known for quite some time, and you are just moving into an entirely different energy. And the energy that you're moving into could no longer be you can no longer be supported by the things that you previously had, because all of those things were in your past energy. Now that you're shifting, so are all those things. And you might be a little worried and wondering how things are going to happen and work out for you. And Sekhmet wants you to just cool down on that a bit and know that you are supported by the energies that be, and by Sekhmet in particular. And you can work with her, call on her, and, to verify that she's a guide, because spirits are a very interactive experience. You can ask her to send you specific signs and symbols and whatever else you want into your reality to know that she is there right beside you or behind you, whatever one. And she will. You just have to be paying attention as well, because some of these things can go very easily unnoticed, or you might break things down to it being a coincidence. But like I said earlier, there are no coincidences, only synchronicity. So maybe attempt to work with SEKHMET, and especially during this time. And if you are someone drawn to the Egyptian pantheon, maybe also consider working with Set. Yeah, he gets a bad rep. He's a trickster and a god of chaos and destruction and all of that. But in this transitional period that you're going through, it has been initiated by chaos energy, because chaos and its essence is transition. So he is a great deity to work with. You just have to get past some of the fearful barriers that may be going around in your mind. And he has a way with working. He's not always the kindest. So just beware. Those are for my people who don't mind working with energies that don't necessarily have the same kind of moral compass or work in the same way that we do. Technically, none of these beings really have our moral compass. But anyway, back to SEKHMET and your transitional period. You're worrying too much about where things are going to go, how things are going to happen. How about you just be in the moment and work on what is right in front of you right now. And like I said, know that you will be supported through the next phases of your life. And yeah, you may not always feel like you are. And some of the things that are happening may seem really scary. And like I said, right now it's kind of shaking your entire foundation. So there may be a lack of feelings of safety and security within your own being. Not for all of you, but some of you. And it's okay. But since SEKHMET is around, ask her to help you deal with those feelings and help you to be more present so that you can do the things necessary to get you to the next chapter in your life, whichever one that may be and however it may look for you, because it's going to be different for everyone. But I'm going to go back to the very beginning where I said all the things going on in your mind. Well, hear me. Really hear me. That is not all you up there. If you are seeing this video, what is going on in your head is not just yours. Your energy, your crown space is very open, and believe it or not, spirits and energy are very real, and they can do a lot without you even recognizing that they are there. 31 might be a significant number, or just fours in general. I did say 1313, but 3131 may also be a number that is significant to you. And okay, back to the head. There are some spirits in your space. I'm not picking up anything like one would call negative. Then again, I have a different outlook on what is negative and positive in spirit terms. They are neutral energies, and some of them are your guides. Some of them are not. Some of them are just kind of randos, because not everybody in this video has protection around their homes. And if you are one of the people that has protections, disregard the randos, because whoever already has the protection up is working closely enough with their guides to where the randos aren't really going to get in. There may be one of you in here, but you have to be very discerning with this, because that is also something you are working on. So anyway, for the people who don't have protection around their homes, you need to get some. And there are plenty of different resources out there online that you can find for protection magic and how to work with it. Now, if you don't care to do any of that stuff, shit, come book with me because I'm available and it's what I love to do. You can do that at the link in my bio and I'll work something out nice for you. But you need to protect your space and protect your energy. And that means getting the energy out that is in your space. So I'll give you some information on what you can do. You can do a banishing, you can do a cleansing, and then you can do some protection work. And before any of this, you need to ground yourself, because working with magic and this kind of energy in general can be sometimes ungrounding. But ask SEKHMET to guide you through. And you can even ask her to help implement something within your space prior to you doing these steps. But if you're seeing this, it's likely that you'll be doing these steps. It's actually 50-50. Yeah, because if I'm offering my services, that means some of you aren't going to actually take these steps. But you should highly consider doing some protection work. Because anyway, these randos and even your guides, they're interfering with your mind space. You need boundaries with them because shielding won't necessarily remove all of them, because some of them you unconsciously give permission to them to talk to them because they guide you. But setting boundaries, like making a list of spirits or types of energies that are welcome within your space. You know, keep out unhelpful ones, harmful energies. How about anything that is not aligned with your highest good? And that will still leave some spirits around and won't necessarily keep them out of your head. So you can, if you're open to having them in there, you can give them like time periods when they're allowed in there, or if it's like an emergency, they can like drop information in there. But you kind of have it open to them all of the time, and a lot of what you pick up is not yours. It's not. You could be a channel for spirits and not even recognize it. But yeah, after the banishing and cleansing and protection work, and after the banishing and cleansing and before the protection work, add in, like bring in certain energies that you want in your environment, like peace, love, trust, whatever. However you do it, you can visualize it and pull it in. You can use incense. You can use crystal energies, whatever. Something that is helpful to you. If you're on this video, you should already know how to do these kinds of things. And if you're one of the people that doesn't, then that's because, like I said, you've been led to me. 1414. All right. What else I got? Oh, so in your head is not only spirits, but it is the energy of other people around you. This one's not going to apply to everybody, but if you are on social media, you are picking up on the thoughts of the people that scroll through and watch your videos. So you might want to put like a shield or some kind of ward up for your social medias in that aspect, specifically to where you're not picking up on these people's thoughts and things about you, because you don't need all that. It's adding too much extra. Now, this applies to both the people on and off social media. You are picking up energies from the people around you. Like, if you live with people, even if you don't, like just going out in public and crossing the paths of people, even if you're not speaking to them, picking up the energies. Scrolling online, watching videos and shit. All of that is going right in there and is crowding up your headspace, and it's probably hard for you to even think. Yeah, it seems like a lot that is going on up there. You also have fairies around you, beings of the Fae, and that those categories can be different for everybody. And you may want to look into what type of being is around you, and if you're into the spirit work, what it is they want and what they can help you with, because they are around to help you with something, but they are also likely being just as unhelpful because they are causing some chaos over there. You may not be sleeping very well because they are up running amok. So do something about that. That goes back to spirit boundaries. But like I said, they are ultimately there for your good, to help you in this next phase of life. What else? Oh yeah, so you're picking up on all these people's energies, right? You should do something about that. And the protection will be helpful. I mean, you can make wards specifically for your mental space, but shielding can help with that. And before you shield, clear your energy. I would suggest banishing it first. Like if you've never done like a clearing of your energy, you might want to just like banish all things that are no longer aligned with you, and banish all of other people's thoughts and emotions. And then do some shielding so that you can keep out those other people's energies. But gosh, shields can fall so easily because humans, we only run on, we're not all that full of energy to where we could just keep up shields. They tend to fall after a while once we run out of energy. So if you're someone that's more adept in doing magical work, find a way to create a permanent shield around you. And some of you may be able to do it through visualization. So you can visualize like mesh as the shield, and to tell it specifically to let out all of the energies that are not helpful to you, or not aligned with your highest good, or whatever wording you want to use, and then to let in all of the energies that are of your highest good. But it might take some work creating like a more permanent shield. What else you got? You have some unhelpful opinions of people in your circle. These might be people that like just give you advice, and you know, you may find it useful at times. You may just find it like, why are you giving me this advice? To the people that have that in their reality, stop listening to those people, because the people you're listening to don't know a damn thing about what it is you need and what is good for you. You're listening to people that are living totally different lives, have totally different mindsets, and they are not aligning with where you are meant to go. Basically, you're just listening to the wrong people. So stop. And this may also be people on the internet. You're scrolling and listening to these videos, and the more these people talk, the more you are like picking up their belief systems, and they don't even match yours. and they're not in an energy that you want to be in. So maybe take a social media detox and don't get on it for a little bit. If you're into the magic work, do a cleanse of the social media energies from your body. Your emotional and the mental, also the spiritual bodies. You can add that in too. And if you cleanse and if you do the cleansings, but then decide to get back on and continue scrolling without doing like the protection work, that doesn't really do you any good. Because then the people's energies are just going to come right back and soak back up, because you're like a sponge. You pick up on a lot. You may call yourself an empath. You can feel other people's energies, and you may feel a bit crazy at times. Maybe you have also been diagnosed with certain mental health disorders in your life, like depression, maybe bipolar, maybe dissociative identity disorder. Maybe schizophrenia, or like schizotypal personality disorder or something like that. There are many different options of things you could have been diagnosed with, but here's what I'm going to say. In my world, I have been diagnosed with quite a few things in my life, and over the past 5 years, I have built a spiritual practice and an energetic practice, like a routine to clear my energies regularly, learn how to protect them, just to get right with me and my energy and figure out what was going on. A lot of the things that I experienced were due to spiritual problems that were manifesting as mental and emotional issues. And for some people, it also manifests physically. So just be mindful of that. But no matter what it is you're dealing with, I'm not saying just stop seeing your doctors or anything, but maybe think about incorporating some type of spiritual or energetic practice into your life so that you can more easily deal with the things that you find to be a greater challenge in your everyday life. Because some of those things are related to the other energies. Because since you're a sponge, you can also pick up other people's problems and the things that they deal with. And you don't really know how to like properly cleanse people's things out. Most of you don't. There may be some of you on here that do, but most of you don't know how to get rid of other people's energies. And honestly, you can ask SEKHMET to like start helping you with this stuff. You just have to be open to working with her. And she is one of your guides. She doesn't require that you do anything for her. If you want to leave like offerings for her, she likes frankincense, incense. She likes carnelian. You can ask her what it is that she wants. A lot of times she just likes for the offering to be you taking care of you. But she doesn't require that you give her anything. She just wants you to acknowledge that she's there, and she can start working with you. Like, but you have to be willing to open the door too. And if you want any help with any of this, this is what I do, okay? So you can book with me at the link that's in my bio. I keep pointing this way because usually making TikTok videos and I point to the thing. I don't know where I'm actually pointing to when I do it on here. But this is what I love to help people with. And I would be happy to see you there. And we can do some one-on-one things and I can actually like pinpoint your energy a bit more. But she just wants to help you with the chaos that you have been experiencing. Some of you aren't so like happy with where things are right now. Others of you are rather fine and moving through this transition pretty smoothly, but you're still like, you still may not be like totally happy with how things work on in your daily life. Some of you may really need to like clean, because if you're a hoarder, you need to like get rid of old stuff. Stuff carries energy. And if you've recently like gotten something from another person, if they've given you any, I don't want to call it a gift because it's not like a new item. It is something that was theirs, that was handed to you. I don't know, it could be jewelry, it could be like a table or chairs or some kind of dishes, but like clean them. And when I say clean, yeah, clean them with like soap and water, or whatever else you want to clean it with, depending on what the item is. But you need to like deep clean that shit spiritually, because whatever it is, whoever's energy that was, get rid of it. They gotta go. And maybe you know this if you're that person or people, because I don't even know how many people that is for. But if that applies to you, you already have an idea that this person's energy is no good. Like, you've been getting the ick for a little bit now. Why are they still in your life though? So like, why? Why? Because you know that they are they might not be bad people, but they are so not aligned with your energy, and you know it. Do something about that. Okay, what other messages do you have for them, SEKHMET? You're doing a great job at life, because it's difficult at times. And you need to reach out to the support that you have and tell them honestly how you're feeling. You don't have to keep holding it in. And I mean, if you don't want to go talk to somebody, get it out and write it out in a journal. Record yourself. Talk about all of the things that you're feeling. There's a common misconception in the spiritual world that you have to be like happy all the time or positive all the time, which leads to people not acknowledging the emotions and thoughts and things that they would consider to be not positive. But that just kind of keeps it all trapped inside of you. Like, if you're not talking about it and acknowledging it and like getting it out of you, you're just holding it in you. And once you get it out, it allows more room for, you know, the good energy to flow back in. And yeah, so just like talk about it. Shit, scream about it if you want. Just let it go, let it go. Don't let it hold you back anymore. Yeah. I just called to say I love you. That's her message. She just called to say how much she cares. She just called to say She loves you, and she means it from the bottom of her heart. Excuse that last part, man. Anyway, SEKHMET's there for you. And she can be a bit of a hard ass at times, which is why you just got all of the information about what is going on and how to fix it, and very little of how to do it. But she is there, and she will guide you through it. She just wants you to be the best version of you that you possibly can. And if you've made it this long in the video, you have been wanting to know what is actually going on with you. And maybe you've tried a lot of traditional methods of healing and it hasn't worked. You're still not getting too far. If you're here, some of the things that I mentioned in this video are the ways that you are going to start feeling more like you, because that's what you want. Yeah. Anyway, what else do you got? Is that everything that you have for this collective segment? Be bold and be authentically you. The people that don't accept who you are, they are not worth being in your life. Doesn't matter who they are. If they can't accept you, X them out. Because there are some people that you may not fully open up to out of fear of what they might think. And here's the thing. Maybe it is just your fears that are telling you that these people won't accept you. Now, some of you may have already tried talking to these people and they just like flat out rejected you or something, but it's not the case for everybody. Some of you haven't even really told people who the real you is. You're just automatically assuming that they are going to judge who you are. Take a risk though, and tell them. Be you out loud. Mulan wanted to know when her reflection would really show. It's when you decide it does. Build that confidence. Keep working on it. And stand tall and proud in who you are. You're amazing. You are beautiful. You are loved. And you are supported by the divine and by the beautiful SEKHMET, because she's over here. And you will do just fine, just great in these next chapters of your life. We're going to manifest that you do fucking amazing and that things move so smoothly for you. And perception is the key, right? That's what we're able to control. How we see the things that are happening within our lives. Look at it in the way that all of these things that are happening for you, not against you. And sometimes We get blessings in disguise. And when things leave our life, it is just welcoming in the new. And when you can see using things and these experiences in your life in a beneficial way, they will benefit you. The universe is always supporting you. And our mindset is what really creates our reality, along with the action that we take. But if you think that things have happened to you for a negative reason, or you think that negative things are going to continue to happen to you, you can keep yourself in a cycle. And this spirit, anyway, hopes that it is one that you break out of. And she'll be there to help you every step of the way, even when you think she's not there. She got her eyes on you. Nine also may be a significant number. Maybe even seeing 999. Anyway, SEKHMET, is that all you got? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Well, that's all I got for today. If you would like to connect more deeply with your spirit guides, you can come book a session with me at the link in my bio. If you also want to do some healing work or need some protection work done, you can also do that at the link that's in my bio. And on the spell work consultation, don't let the numbers scare you. Depending on what you get is going to depend on how much it costs, but protection work, even that can be different for everybody. Typically won't go past 200 though. Depends on if I'm removing spirits and things from your space. Yeah, even then it typically won't. So each case is very individual, but I promise I'm worth it. So you have a lovely day, afternoon, night, whenever it is you're seeing this. And maybe subscribe for more if you like this kind of content and if you find it, useful. So, yeah. Oh, and like the video. If you're here, just do it. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you later. So much love to you.